Hey there, I got a different view for you today here in the studio. Normally I have it set up so that you look at what's on that wall over there, which is kind of more beautiful. And this is the down and dirty view of everything. So I have my paints here on the desk and my bulletin board and all my kind of stuff laid out here. It's just so that, you get something else to see. We're going to talk about pencil lines today. A lot of people don't like seeing their pencil lines in their finished watercolors, so I'm going to test a product that Karen and Terry from my class told me about. I haven't tried it, I haven't even opened it yet, but let's find out together. And by the way, it's 85 degrees in here. Okay, let's look. Okay, everything's all set up here. I've got the paints that I want to use. I got a couple different pencils and our product that I'm checking out today. I am not getting any payment or affiliate commission or anything from this. It's just something that two students in my class told me about, and it seems really cool, and I hope it works. So we're going to test it today. It may be a complete flop because I've never ever done this before. So let me rearrange things and we'll talk more about what we're going to do. All right, everything is set up here. I have got my paints and a sketchbook to work in, 3 different pencils, and this is the product that I'm going to talk to you about today. This is the Friction Clicker pen, which a lot of kids like to use these in school because they're erasable. So we're going to check these out to see if they are erasable with watercolors, because a lot of people do not like having their watercolor pencil marks show in a painting when it's done. So let me go ahead and open this for the first time. Like I said, I've never tried this before. Earlier, I'm going to try this with a blue pen and a black pen. So let's pretend that we have some objects that we're going to draw with different kinds of pencils. And I'm going to do 2 of each with each pencil. So this is just a black wing pencil 0602. So I'm going to make myself 2 circles there. And we're going to call that black wing. Next, I'm just going to use any old ordinary mechanical pencil. I'm not pressing really hard on any of these. I'm just writing how I would normally write. This is a really cool pencil called a Perpetua. You can see that it draws very lightly. Sorry, I know I have messy writing, but I'm trying to go quick here for you. Then we're going to use the blue. How do you do this? There we go. Nothing like a live video to figure out how to do stuff. So here's the blue one. It's got a nice glide. It feels more like a gel pen than like a ballpoint pen. Friction. And then here is, by the way, this is how you click it with the little thing here, not the end. The end is the eraser, I guess. Are we still on the camera for you? Okay, here's the black one. So imagine that you've just spent a ton of time doing the drawing for a beautiful painting, right? Uh-oh. And you didn't lighten up your pencil marks as light as you might want. And by the way, it's perfectly acceptable to have pencil marks showing. What is happening? Okay, so on half of this, I'm going to be, let me see, how do I want to do this? I'm going to paint over the top of my pencil marks. I'm doing that for a reason. One of the reasons is because I want you to see that you usually cannot erase when you've gone over your pencil marks. So you can't erase that pencil away. It's kind of trapped in there. And so we're testing all these different things. And then the other reason is that if I paint over these lines on the friction pens and they really do erase like they're supposed to, will they leave an area of unpainted, kind of like you were using masking fluid, will they leave an area of unpainted paper showing, which is not what I want to have happen. So that's why I'm okay. Sorry about that, technical difficulties here with the lighting, but everything is okay. So anyway, I don't remember what I was saying, but I want to do this with a light color and a dark color because I want you to see how these different writing objects react with light paint and dark paint. So I was using a very pale yellow, vibrant but pale, and then on this I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go over the top of my pencil lines, both to see if I can erase them away and to see if when I do erase them, if they leave an area of white like I mentioned. So here we go. We're going to get all these guys. I'm using a sketchbook for this, and only just this year, after 25 years of painting, only just this year have I finally started using a sketchbook, and I'll make another video about that. But it's great because now I have this record of all the paint colors that I've used for different classes. I have different demos in here. I have examples of things that I can flip through instead of having 50 million little pieces of paper everywhere. It's all in one spot, and it's kind of fun to look through, so I'll make you a video about that another time. Okay, so now we need to let this dry on its own, and the reason why is because I have heard that the friction pens, if I use a heat gun, they disappear, which is kind of cool, and we'll do that test in just a minute. So let's do that test right now too. Here is the black one, and here is the blue one. We might as well do all of this all at once. So these are going to be done with a heat gun. Okay? All right, let's put our paint in there. We'll do one of each. How about this one's going to be yellow here? And this one is ultramarine blue. So while these guys over here on this side are drying naturally on their own, I'm going to force dry these with a heat gun and see if that pen underneath in fact disappears, which I have heard is what can happen. So let's try it. Here we go. And can I zoom you in a little bit? Okay, here we go with the heat gun. Look at that. Oh my gosh, the yellow one is disappearing. Oh, that's weird. Oh, this one's disappearing too. This is the coolest thing ever. Can you guys see that? Let's see if I move the heat gun over here. There, check that out. It totally disappears. The only mark that might be left is a little indentation if I press too hard on my pen. But if I draw, oh my gosh, look at this. It even erased the words. Let's try that again because that was super cool. Okay, this is where it said heat gun, EATGUN. Sorry, messy writing, but I'm excited. Watch this. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. That's pretty cool. So now we got to just wait for the rest of these other guys to dry on their own, and I'll come back to you and let you see what happens with these when we try an eraser. Okay, so I've let everything dry naturally here, and I'm going to use a regular eraser and also the eraser for the friction pen, just only on the friction pen ink down here. So my point of doing this is to show you whether or not you can erase away your pencil marks after you've painted over them. So let's just zoom in a little bit. And we'll do these first two here. I think it's going to go out of focus a little bit when my hand gets in the way, but I'll make sure to move so that you can see later. Okay, so normal eraser, not really erasing either of them at all, just like I anticipated. Once you paint over your pencil, it's pretty much locked in there. Let's try the mechanical pencil marks. Exactly same thing. Can't get those out of there. And if we move up and we go to the next one, that's that Perpetua pencil. And that one also is locked in. These are all graphite. So I will say though, on the blue, it's disguised because it's very light, but you can still see it on the yellow. Okay, now on the friction, let's move even farther so you can see those two. And I'm going to test it two ways. First, I'm going to see if I can erase it with a normal pencil eraser. So I'll do that on just one side. And no, it's locked in there. Can't get it out. Let's try the black one. Nope. Pretty sure it's going to be the same on the blue. You can't erase from either of those. Okay, so normal eraser doesn't work. Let's see how the friction eraser works. I'll do that on the right side here. Okay, so that magically does lift out. I'm just going to do these upper ones because I want to do a test for you again. All right, so it erases a lot, but not all. And if the camera's shaking, that's because it's on a tripod right over this. So you can see you can get a lot of it out with its own eraser. Let's try the black one too, might as well. Yep. This, actually the black seems to erase a little bit better than the blue pen. I would be more inclined to use a black pen anyway for tracing. Yeah, I can lift it right out pretty well. Yeah, that's not bad at all with just this eraser, which means for you, that's cool, because what if you don't have a heat gun and you only have this pen with the eraser? You can still get rid of a lot of your marks. But for the final, ooh la la, I'm going to use this heat gun and see if I can get rid of the rest of the marks for us here. Yep, they're gone. So here's my yellow, and then the last test of all is, will there be a white line where this black pen or these pens here prevented me from painting directly on the paper? It didn't happen over here, so I think it's going to be cool here too. So let's see. Oh, that is so cool. So it's heat gun erasable. It's this kind of eraser pen erasable. There is just the littlest, I didn't heat gun it for a long time, there's just the littlest appearance of the ink. And then earlier, I'm going to put you over here to see if we can see it. This is where I deleted heat gun. Remember how I erased it a couple times with the heat gun? Can you see that ghost writing there? It might be, it's just right above it. You can kind of see a faint ghost writing where I had written heat gun previously, and then I erased it with the heat gun and drew it back. So that is something that you will be left with, because that is actually, let me feel it. Yeah, it's actually dents in the paper. So if you are planning to use these friction pens for your tracings and you want to get rid of all signs of the marks when you're done with your painting, don't press real hard. You probably want to just very lightly press so that you're not going to leave dents in the paper, and you will have a magical painting with no pencil lines at all. So give it a try. Thank you for watching. This was fun. Oh yeah, I always forget. I have a YouTube channel. You're watching this maybe on Facebook, but I have a YouTube channel with dozens of other fun and cool just kind of tests and tips like this. So check it out and give me a like or a subscribe or leave a comment. Thanks. Have a good day.